And record. Cool. Okay, we're starting lying down. Let's come onto your backs into a Shavasana. So just have the legs out flat, the arms out long. And just relax into the floor. Just give your ankles a little roll around a few times. Feel the a couple of deeper breaths. Body to arrive at the mat. So allow your mind to arrive with your body. Let's let go of the day. Let's come into your practice. Notice if maybe you can soften anything around the jaw.
Sorry, Pip. Is it just me, but your screen is frozen? If it's just mine, I'm happy to listen.
Great. Oh, yeah, I'm on the other screen still.
No.
Yeah, there we go. I'm back now. There we are. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good. So back into your Shavasana. Thanks. So from here, on your next inhale, let's reach the arms back behind you. Take a full body stretch out. And as you exhale, bring your right knee in towards your body and hands interlacing around that shin. Scoop that thigh in towards you. As you inhale, lengthen back out to that full body stretch again. Arms reaching back, legs out long. And as you exhale, scoop the left knee in towards your body, hands around the shin. So one breath, one move. Keep that alternating. So inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, right knee scoops in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, left knee scoops in. Starting to build that Ujjayi breath to warm through the body. Inhale to lengthen. One more time either side. So right leg in. Inhale, lengthen. Left knee in. Lengthen back out once more. Bring that right knee back in towards you again and holding there. Let the right arm just relax out to the side and use your left hand to bring this knee over into a twist. So try to keep the shoulders rooted, just let the knee come towards the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't get there. Maybe it takes a couple of breaths to find some softening into that rotation. Stay where you are, take one more breath in. And as you exhale, bring the leg back to the center. Keep this knee bent, let the foot come to the floor, and let the knee open out to the right. So you come into like a tree pose on the ground. Now interlace the hands together around the back of the head and just gently switching them on the core for a few breaths. So make sure your head is fully supported into the hands. Stay where you are, take a full breath in. As you exhale, bring that right knee in towards your chest as your elbows reach over towards the knees, so slightly twisting through the core. Inhale, open back out to that tree pose again. We're going to do 3 more breaths into that. So exhale again, scooping in towards the knee, the abdominals pull down. Inhale as you open. Exhale, scooping in. Inhale as you open. Exhale, scooping in. So hold this knee in towards your chest. Just relax the head and shoulders to the floor. Bring the hands around the back of your right thigh and just finding a gentle hamstring stretch. So lengthen the heel towards the ceiling. So there can be a slight bend into the knee here. So make sure you're finding the stretch behind the thigh, not necessarily through the back of the knee too much. Flex the foot though, so the toes are curling back towards you. Start to just build a gentle sway side to side with the leg, and each time you sway side to side, make it a little bit bigger. So you start to build into more of a windscreen wiper motion with the leg. Take it again as big now as you like. Allow the elbows to kind of rest to the floor either side as kind of stabilizers as you swing the leg from one side to the other. Just take a couple more breaths. And then gently bring the leg back center, bend the knees, so thigh is against your body. Take that full body stretch out again. So leg lengthens out as the arms reach back. And exhale, bring your left knee in towards the body. Scoop the knee in towards you. Let the left arm relax out to the side. So start with the twist. Your right hand brings the knee over. Again, don't worry if the knee or the toes don't find the floor. Try to keep the shoulders grounded. That left shoulder blade sliding down the back of the ribs. So using that serratus muscle to keep the shoulder blade connected into your back. Stay where you are, breathe in. As you exhale, bring the leg through the center and you're coming into that restorative tree pose. So the knee just opens out towards the left. Interlace the fingers together around the back of the head so you create that real hammock for your head to rest into. Take a big breath in where you are. Then use the exhale to bring that knee towards your body and the elbows across towards the knee. Abdominals pull downwards. Inhale to open out. We have 3 more breaths. Exhale, knee scoops in, elbows across. Inhale to open. Exhale, scooping up. Inhale to open. Exhale, scooping up. Keep the knee towards your chest. Just rest the head back to the floor. Bring the hands around the back of the thigh and lengthen the heel up to find that hamstring stretch. So again, keep a little bend into the knee if we need to. Flex the foot so toes curl back. And begin to sway the leg side to side, just starting within a couple of inches of range. And then each time you sway, make it a little bit bigger. Allow the hip to start rolling off as you come twist to twist. Elbows used as stabilizers. Make it as big as your room around you allows. Good. And when you're about even, holding back center, bend the knee. Scoop the right knee in towards you to meet the other one. So just hold both legs in. Take a gentle rock side to side there on your spine. Okay. So from here, bring the legs up to 90 degrees. Just going to do one set of abs, the half frog variation for those of you that are familiar with it. So interlace the hands together again behind the back of the head. Now keep the head on the ground, but wing the elbows towards the ceiling. And without the head lifting, just sense your elbows and armpits reaching up a little bit. So again, we kind of switch on that serratus around the shoulder blades. Now make sure your knees are stacked above the hips and flex the feet or activate the toes so they're kind of between a flex and a point, something like a floint. So then take a full inhale where you are. Now as you exhale, lift the head and the shoulders up. Think the armpits, the triceps reaching to the ceiling. So really support the weight of the head completely in that hammock of your hands. Take another breath in where you are. Hold in the breath and open the right leg out to the side so your knee is lower than your heel. So flex the foot. Keep that right knee coming up towards your right armpit a little bit. Feels really awkward and unattractive, go with it. Take another breath in. Stay where you are. Just take a deep exhale as you feel like you're tucking the tailbone or curling pubic bone to navel. One more of those. Take a full breath in where you are. Exhale again, belly pulls down. Think sole of the foot trying to rotate up to the ceiling. Inhale, bring both legs back center. If it feels too much with the head lifted, keep the head on the ground, just do the legs. So just stay where you are. Keep that lower back drawing down. Take a breath in. As you exhale, take the left knee out towards the side. Knee is lower than your heel. Pull the abdominals down. Take a breath in. Stay where you are in the body. Just pull abdominals down like you're curling the pubic bone to navel. Reach the triceps higher to ceiling. One more breath. Deep breath in. And deep exhale. Inhale, come back to center. We have one more either side. Again, rest the head down if you want to. Take a breath in here at center. As you exhale, open the right leg only out to the side. Knee is coming towards the floor, sole of the foot facing ceiling. Stay where you are, breathe in. Exhale, belly pulls down, tailbone curls up. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, abdominals down, reach the elbows higher. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, left knee opens out to the side to half frog. Pull the abdominals down, transverse abdominals are on. Take a breath in where you are. Exhale, think curling pubic bone to navel or tailbone up. Reach the elbows higher. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Yeah, inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees into your chest, relax the head down. Give the knees a little rock side to side if now your pelvis feels a little bit weird. Take a gentle rock through to seated, or however feels best to get there, and roll over the knees. You can come into all fours. So taking a few little cat-cow, or have a wriggle out through your back, whichever way kind of feels good, just to get your spine moving, maybe side to side or round in circles. And keep the fingers really open into the floor. So we stretch out through the hands as well. So please kind of move the shoulders around the palms, get the stretch and the strength coming into the wrists. Good. And then holding center, slide the right leg back behind you and then float the foot up off the floor. So taking your cat-cow with the limbs, so your leg only moving. Exhale, bring the knee in towards your nose as you push through the hands and round the spine to the ceiling. Keep that going with your breath pace. So inhale, reaching out and long, and exhale, scooping under. If you want to up level, add the left arm in with this right leg. So inhale, left arm and right leg along. Exhale, pulling in, push the floor away. Once more, inhale to lengthen. Exhaling under. Good. Now come back out long again and sweep that left hand up and over and see if you can grab hold of the inner arch of the foot behind you. Good. Grab hold of the foot and then press the foot into your hand so that you feel it lifts the chest further open. Keep the lower abdominals pulling in so we're not sinking into compressing the lower back. Push through that supporting hand, maybe even come onto the fingertips of your supporting hand to save the wrist. Yeah, nice deep chest opening. Take a full breath in. Gently release the hand back to the floor. So keep that right leg out long behind you, flat to the palms. Turn the left shin open and lift the right hand up. So you're now facing the long side of your mat. Good. So keep out any feeling of back bend here. So think lower abdominals pulling in, almost slightly activating the glutes. Now let your floating arm just drop back behind you a little bit. So it just hangs back. Keep the head hanging heavy. So you feel this opening across the right side of the pecs, through the shoulder. Keep the spine nice and straight. So you're just isolating the chest opening. You can alter the body until you kind of feel that. So then bring this into a neck release. So let your left ear really hang down towards the left shoulder, almost though it's trying to touch the shoulder. And then take your floating hand down the side of your torso, as though your fingertips are really reaching towards your right heel. So lengthen the arm down the side of the leg. So your palm is almost against your hip or your thigh. Yeah. Take another full breath in where you are. As you exhale, slowly bring yourself back to your all fours and then come into a downward dog and just paddle out the feet. Bring any movement to your hips, to the legs, twisty, rolly, whatever feels good. Take a really deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the knees to the floor. Slide the left leg back and begin that cat-cow motion just with the leg starting first. So we can really use the hands to open out the shoulder blades. Bring that knee as close as you can towards your head. You can give your knee a little kiss. Add in the right arm if you want to, this next couple. So sweeping out long, let it float. Exhale, scooping under. Inhale out long. And scooping under. Good. Next time you're out long, holding there, the right arm's going to sweep up and over and grab hold of the inner arch behind you. Don't give yourself cramp. Good. Press the foot into your hand so that it draws the shoulder open. Look forwards. Think toes lifting to the ceiling. Keep that lower abdominals pulling in. Think mula bandha, holding and supporting the spine. As you next inhale, lengthen everything back out again. The left toes reach to the back of the mat, the hand is on the ground. Come into that side plank or supported side plank. So the right shin's going to open out, left hand lifts up. Good, again, flatten out the spine, so slightly activate the glutes so that lower spine lengthens. Let the head hang and this floating arm just hang back behind you. Again, this isn't a back bend, it's just isolating the chest to feel open a little bit more. Take a round of breath. And then sweeping around into the neck release. So think right ear coming towards your shoulder and the left hand is lengthening down the sideline of the torso, fingertips reaching towards your back left heel. Good, so you're trying to draw the head of the shoulder away from your ear. Take another full breath in where you are. Exhale, roll the hand back to the floor, and again, come into your downward facing dog. Get the legs a little paddle out. From here, let's roll forwards into a plank position, rounding through the spine as you wave the body forwards. Exhale, half chaturanga, knees and chest come to the ground. Sliding forwards and up, come into cobra. And as you exhale, come back into your downward facing dog. Lovely. Lift the right leg up, take a full breath in. As you exhale, step through to between the hands, place the back knee to the ground. Lift the hands up towards the ceiling, make a fist with your hands, and then just give your wrists a little roll out a couple of times one way and a couple of times the other way. Then stretch the fingers open, take a big breath in. As you exhale, rotate round towards the right. Your arms are going to open out wide, so you're turning in towards that front leg, palms facing up to the ceiling. Inhale, come up to center. Keep the hips facing front, but exhale, turn the shoulders towards the left again, palms facing up, arms reaching long. One more time either way. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhaling, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Place the hands to the floor either side of your front foot, coming into a half monkey. So lengthen the front leg. You might want to wriggle that front foot forwards a little bit so you can flex the foot. Just flexing and pointing this front foot. So inhale, toes up, and exhale, try and roll the foot to the floor. So big toe and second toe come to the ground. Inhale to flex, and exhale to point. Roll the foot through. Lovely. Flexy feet. One more. And roll it through. Now bend back into that front knee again and come into more of a lizard pose. So your right arm's just going to hop to the inside of the front leg. Good. Sweeping the hips a little bit side to side. So keep your back knee light to the ground. Maybe you feel this movement or stretching out through that back foot as well. Think about the toes getting a bit of a stretch as you swing side to side a little bit here. Yeah, nice. And then gently take your time, slide back into your downward dog. Set the right foot back. Take an inhale, lift the left leg high. As you exhale, step through to between the hands, place the back knee to the floor. Lift the hands up to the ceiling with the fists of the hands, and again, just rolling the wrists, like a crazy little dance move. Roll them the other way. And then stretch the fingers open, palms facing each other, take a big breath in. Coming into the twist, turn towards the left, your palms are facing up, reach the arms away. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist towards the right. Keep the hips facing front. Inhaling, center. Exhale, turn to the left. Keep that front knee pulling into the center line. Inhale to lift. Exhale, turn to right. Inhale, back up to center. Fingers to the floor. Lengthen the front leg. Coming into the half monkey hamstring stretch. Flex the foot as you inhale. Exhale, roll the foot into the floor. Think tailbone lifting up behind you. Inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, roll it through. One more. Inhale to flex. And exhale to point. Bring yourself back forwards into the lunge and just hop your left arm to the inside of that front leg. Wriggle the front foot out a bit wider if you want to. And again, just any movement in the hips side to side. Keep the toes tucked at the back. So maybe you get that rolling out through the back toes, stretching your foot. Yeah, nice. Get into those hips. Good. Take your time. When you're ready, slide the leg back into your downward dog. Good. Any soft motion through the body. Start to walk your feet up towards your hands. Come into a forward fold at the top of the mat. And a soft bend in the knees if that feels a little bit more comfortable. Just hanging out here for a few breaths. Keep some gentle swaying. Or if your back and hamstrings are free from injury, you can rock the body forwards and backwards from the legs. A little rocking. Try and let the head really dangle. Let go of the jaw, relax your eye lines so the back of the neck relaxes. Take a really deep breath. And let the arms dangle towards the floor. Stay where you are, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, use the abdominals to press you up gently to standing. Keep the chin towards the chest, so you're just rolling up through the spine. Nice, and then roll the shoulders down your back. Make sure you're at the top of the mat. A bit more forest style, some salutations. the ceiling. So feet, hips, distance, or big toes touching, whichever you prefer. Take an inhale, bring the arms around and up to the ceiling. Gaze lifts to the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold towards the feet. Halfway lift as you inhale. Right leg steps back, place the knee to the floor. And just one breath to lift the arms off the ground up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, brings you to plank position. Inhale at plank. Exhale, half or full chaturanga. Inhale, forwards and up to your upward facing dog, shoulders draw back. Exhale, roll it back into your downward facing dog. Nice. Lift the left leg up, take a full breath in. As you exhale, step through to between the hands, place the knee to the floor. One inhale, just to lift the arms up. Exhale brings you to forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, left leg steps back, place the knee to the floor. One breath to lift the arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring yourself to plank position. Take an inhale at plank. Forwards and down chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift the chest up, shoulders draw back. Tuck the chin, roll back into downward dog. Right leg lifts up, take a breath in. Exhale, step through to between the hands, place the back knee to the ground, lift the arms off, inhale. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold into the legs. Let's go straight to the other side. Right leg back, bring the knee to the floor. Now bring the arms up towards the ceiling and interlace the fingers together this time with the index fingers pointing up, Kali Mudra. Keep the hips sinking down, this lower belly pulling in, so we're not loading into a lumbar spine compression. Think the arms lifting and then the chest looking upwards. Just getting this opening and kind of the armpits facing up to the ceiling. Hopefully we've got fresh pits. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Your left leg is going to sweep straight up towards the ceiling. Reach it up high. Bend the knee at the top and open the hip bones out to the side. Lovely. Keep the supporting heel pressing down towards the floor. So supporting leg is straight. Try to keep the shoulders square to the mat, but the hip bones really opening out towards that left line. Lift the toes back up straight, square the hips. If you want to, if you can, keep this left leg floating as you take your chaturanga. So bring the shoulders forwards and lower the chest down. Then take the top of the foot to the floor as you lift the chest. Lovely. Exhale, roll it back into a downward dog. Lift the right leg up off the floor, breathe in. Exhale, step through to between the hands, rock the weight backwards and spring the back foot to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold into legs. Left leg steps back again and place the knee to the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up. Find that Kali Mudra again, interlacing the fingers, but take the one finger differently so it feels like the weirdest way to link your hands. Lifting those index fingers up, sink the hips forwards, lean the chest upwards. Take a breath in. Exhale, gently release the arms straight to the floor. Right leg is going to lift up towards the ceiling, three-leg dog. Pick the wardrobe. Bend your knee, open the hips. Try and keep the shoulders square, but the hips nice and open. Think kneecap reaching upwards towards the ceiling. Inhale, straighten the neck, square the hips again. And exhale, step through, chaturanga. Sorry, keep the toes lifting as your chest comes forwards and down. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Tuck the chin, downward dog. Left foot lifts up, take a full breath in. Exhale, step through to between the hands, rock the weight straight backwards, and bring the back foot to the top of the mat. Nice. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold into the legs. Slowly roll up to standing this time. Again, find that slinky spine as you roll up. Bring the arms around and up to the ceiling. Take a humongous breath in. Exhale to refold to the feet. Halfway lift, inhale. Right leg steps back behind you again. Keep the knee lifted, but little micro bend into the knee. Reach the hands up towards the ceiling. Then cactus the arms so the elbows come round to the side. Think chest open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Roll the arms down and reach them back forwards and up again as you inhale. Take 2 more breaths with that rolling. So exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach forwards and up. Exhale, open the chest. Take the hands down to the floor. Lift the left leg up to the ceiling to find a 3-leg dog. Take that opening of the hips again, and if you want to drop it into Wild Thing, let the toes come over to find the floor. Left hand is going to lift off the ground. Good, reach it back, chest and hips lifting. Good, nice. Bring the gaze to the floor, your hand to the floor, and lift the toes back up high again. Take a full breath in. From here, your left knee is going to bend around to the side towards your left elbow, scoop it across towards the right elbow, and then shoot it straight back up to the ceiling, like you're drawing a D shape with this knee. So bend it around to the side, left elbow, right elbow, and shoot it straight back up again. Again, around to the side. And back up. If you can up level from here, keep the legs straight as you bring it around to the side. I have a sofa in my way. At some point when it gets to your elbow, obviously you will have to bend the knee. So try and keep the legs straight as you can as you take it round to the side. Take 1 more if you can. Good. Feels really awkward. Send the toes up, and again, maybe a 1-leg chaturanga as you bring the chest forwards and down. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale back into downward dog. Take a deep breath. Bring the gaze to the hands, bend the knees. Step, walk, or jump your feet up to the hands. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, fold into legs. Step the left leg back behind you. Place, oh no, keep the knee lifting, but just a little bend into the knee. Reach the arms forwards and up, so ground down through that front heel. Exhale, same arms, so rolling them back. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, reaching forwards and up. Exhale, rolling back. Last one. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Your right leg's going to lift up to your 3-leg dog, holding that. Bend the knee, open the hips, and if you want to, stay here, or if you want to, drop into Wild Thing. So the toes drop back to the floor, the right arm lifts off. Good, really long through the front line of the body. Let the head relax, but the supporting arm hold you nice and strong. Gaze to the floor, the hand to the floor, lift the toes back up again. From here, this right knee is going to bend around to the side, just sweep across your right elbow, then to the left elbow, and then shoot it straight back up again. Bend it around to the side. Yeah. Take up as much room in your room as you can. So again, if you want to up level, if you have the space, then keep the leg as straight as you can for as long as you can, and then scoop it back in. Nice. Couple more times. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Send the leg back high. Take a full breath in. Either pause in a downward dog if you've had enough of a chaturanga, or roll it through. Keep moving through that vinyasa. Good. Come back into downward dog and take a couple of deep breaths. Bring the gaze to your hands, bend the knees, step, walk, or float the feet up to the hands. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold into the legs, think forehead, come into the shins, squeeze in. Slowly roll up to standing, take your time. Lift the arms up. And then just let the hands come down to the sides of the body, more of a NamaSTE-at-home. Think shoulders dropping down, crown of the head lifting. Just find the breath, let it settle into the body. And the expansion sideways into the ribs. That ujjayi sound. And connection to the bandhas. On your next inhale, sweep the arms around to the sides and up. Exhale, come back into forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, step or jump back into your chaturanga. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest. Good. Exhale back into downward dog. Now lift the right leg up to the ceiling. So a little bit like that D shape, but we go round the other way. So bring this knee underneath towards your left elbow, then towards the right, out to the side and stretch it up. Keep it going, that same circles around the left, the right, and up. So again, if you can, think straight leg. As soon as it comes out to the side, kick the heel out. Work the core and the strength of the hip a lot more. Yeah, nice, good, extra little kick. Super. Next time the leg is lifting, holding there. Step the foot through to between the hands. So you keep a nice long pyramid here. So think straightening up the front leg. Keep the fingertips to the floor. So if you have bricks under the hands, that's fine. Just make sure that you have a bend of the knees and the fingertips down if you need to. Keep the back heel a little bit lifted if it wants to be for this one, so we're in a bit of a longer pyramid. Bring your right hand either to the top of the foot. We're coming into Trikonasana, so rotate the back heel around. Again, a little bit of a longer Trikonasana. Left hand is going to lift up, so your hips and shoulders are facing the long line of the mat. Good. You can take as much weight off that right hand as you can, so you're not leaning into it. Think about tucking in your bum and tucking in your chest as though you're on the inside of a toaster. You don't want to burn your bum or your chest. And let the neck relax. Think about that chest opening that we did in all fours earlier. So your floating arm just drops back a little bit. And then try and bring in the neck release. So your floating hand is going to lengthen down the side line of your torso as though your fingertips are reaching back for the back edge of the mat. Really actively long for the arm. And let the head hang down. Notice if that's just nudged your balance now that you've relaxed your neck. And to hold a lot of balance through the neck sometimes. Lift that left arm back up to the ceiling. Bring the gaze down to the floor. Take a little bend into this right knee, coming into Ardha Chandrasana half move. So hop the weight forwards. You want to block under that right hand, then use one, or keep a bend in the supporting leg. Just take the weight into it and try and get the hips and shoulders facing that long line of the mat. Really nice. Again, as light as you can through that right hand, so maybe it floats. Those of you that want to or can do, then maybe find a bind there. So you bend the floating leg, grab hold of the foot. And like we did on all fours, you press the foot into the hand so your shoulder blade draws back. Good. And then reversing the way you came. So if you have the foot, let it go. Come back into that long Trikonasana. So take the foot to the ground and straighten up the front leg. Pull up the body. Back into pyramid, so stay where you are, Julie, that's fine. Rotate the back foot so your toes are all facing forwards. Little bend in the knee if you need to get the fingertips grounded. Good. Slide this front leg all the way up to the ceiling. Come back into a three-leg dog. Sweep it up and up and up and up and up and up. Good. And then roll it through your chaturanga, vinyasa, or pause in a downward dog if you want to. Any variations of your chaturanga you want to take. Keep breathing. Lovely. Take a deep round of breath in your down dog. Sigh through the mouth or anything that feels good. Now lift the left leg up. Take a deep breath in. So that reverse circular motion. So the knee is coming towards your right elbow, left elbow, out to the side and up. Keep it going, and you know the build-ups to it if you want to. As straight as you can for as much of the movement as you can. Good. Oh. Good, last one. Keep the foot lifted next time it's lifting. Step through to between the hands, so you come into that long pyramid line. So all the toes are still facing the top of the mat. Straighten up both legs as much as we can, but don't lose contact with the floor and your fingers. Forehead rounding in towards that front shin or lengthening down towards the ankle. Relax the neck and deepen the breath. Bring your left hand onto the foot or onto the inside of the front foot. Open the back heel, lift the right arm, long Trikonasana, triangle pose. Think your right hip stacked on top of the left one. Try and lighten the weight off your underneath hand. So really pull in that core. So perfect, shall keep that bend in that knee. Good. So bring in a little chest release. So try to let the top arm just hang back behind you. Feel that right shoulder blade slip in towards the spine. Then bring that into the neck release. So your hand reaches down the sideline of the torso. Your fingertips reach back to the back of the mat as your left ear drops down towards the left shoulder. Keep the hips pressing forwards, like it's trying to tuck the tailbone. Good. Turn the gaze towards the floor. You're hopping into your half moon. So take the weight into the front foot. The hand reaches forwards and shimmy the weight up. Try not to let that floating foot kick back behind you. It's going to throw you off balance. As light as you can, do that supporting hand. And again, if you want to, bring that top knee into your hand. It helps if you bring the knee towards your body first. Then grab the foot and reopen it. It'll be easier to grab hold of. Think about using the foot to open the chest. Very nice. And then taking it back, so open the leg out again. You're coming back into your Trikonasana. So take the foot to the floor and straighten up the front leg. Pull up the body like you've reversed it. Good. Back into pyramid. Both hands to the floor, square round to that front foot. Sliding your front foot all the way up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. And then any variation of a chaturanga you want to take. That variation might be none. Good. Roll through the vinyasa. Nice control. Excellent. And back. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Bring the gaze to your hands. Bend the knees, step, walk or jump the feet up. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, soften into the legs. Very slowly, start to roll up through the spine. Keep the arms heavy, the head heavy. And roll the shoulders down your back. Again, just holding there. Turn the palms to face forwards. Bring the big toes to touch. Spread the rest of the toes out around it. Think inner thighs drawing towards each other. So it's just an inward rotate, inward feeling coming in. And then have a sense of lifting through pelvic floor and those bandhas. Something scooping in and upwards. And then soft through the face, through the shoulders, through the crown of the head. Feel the breath move wide into the ribs. Settle the energy of the body. Take your next inhale, sweep the arms around to the sides and up. Exhale, come into forward fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg lifts up, bend the knee, open the hips. Again, option to stay here in this three-leg dog, or drop it into wild thing if you want to. So toes find the floor, the right hand is going to lift up. Good, keep the left leg straight, beautiful. So from here, you're coming into a side plank. So think square the torso up first, steady yourself on that supporting arm, and your right leg is going to just hop to rest the sole of the foot onto the left leg if we can. If you need that little bit of extra support, just to rest the toes in front of the leg. Those of you that can take that further, use your right peace fingers around the big toe and sense the toe pushing up to the ceiling just for a moment. And wherever you are, we'll bring this right foot, keep hold of the toe if you can, to place down to the floor at the top of the mat. If we're lost, right leg is forwards into a lunge. We come back into that pyramid pose again. So straighten up the front leg, pull the forehead towards the shin. Now take a bend into the supporting leg. So rather than the half moon, which is a very open pose, keep the hips square to the floor. We're coming into warrior three. So take the weight forward to that lunge, scoop the hands up with the foot as you lift, pushing through that supporting leg, hands to heart center. Good, yeah, keep the hips square to the floor, and again, using those strong abdominals. Soft, springy bend in that supporting leg. Take a squat into that supporting leg, so the whole body just lowers towards the floor, and then push through the supporting leg to straighten you back up again. Inhale to squat. Exhale, straighten it up. Whoa. One more, inhale to squat. Exhale, press it up. And we're going to come to standing. This left knee is going to come in towards your chest as you come upright. Lift the knee as high as you can so you really strengthen into that psoas. Bring your right palm onto your heart center. The left hand is going to grab the foot behind you so you come into a bit of a quad stretch. Keep the knees in line. Press the hips forwards. Squeeze that heel in towards your bum. Now lift the right hand to the ceiling as high as you can. And as you exhale, start to take that into Natasarasana. So think the toes pressing into the hand to lift the foot up and away behind you. You can keep this as shallow or as deep as you want to take it. Those of you that can go deeper, try taking the hand to the inner arch of the foot. So the shoulder can open a little bit more. You'll find a little bit more lift there. Good. How's that supporting leg doing? From here, without jolting your balance, come back into your warrior three. So let go of the foot, straighten the leg, and bring the hands under the heart center. Toes are going to come down to the back of the mat. Find a high runner's lunge. Slow as you can. Lift the hands. Little dip into the back knee. So think that back thigh dropping down in a straight line. Keep the back heel lifted. And think almost tucking the tailbone, shift the weight forwards. So you should be talking to your left hip flexor a little bit for a stretch there. Well, now I am. Take a deep breath in. Got a little butterfly in my room. As you exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Step back into your plank position. You can roll through a vinyasa if you want to, or take it back to pause in a downward dog. Roll it through. Just to reset the body. Take 3 full breaths at down dog. Take an inhale. And exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Lift the left leg up, breathe in. So bend the knee, open the hips, and again, if you want to, drop it into wild thing, take the toes to the floor, the left hand will lift up. Push through that supporting arm. So from wherever you are, you're coming into side plank. So without moving the feet, just square the torso up first. Step the left leg onto the right one. So you're in a bit of a tree pose. If you want the support, then toes can rest to the floor in front of the leg. To up level it, so your left peace fingers grab the big toe, and then push the toe into the fingers so your leg starts to straighten. Push that supporting leg. Bring the foot with you so you come into a lunge. Step it down with control. Yes, Tim, nice. So from there, come into that pyramid pose, straighten up both legs, forehead to shin. Relax your neck. Slow down the breath. From here, bend into the supporting leg. We're coming into warrior 3 to transfer the weight into that front foot. Press up through your glute and hamstring to lift you, hands to the heart center. Take a squat into the supporting leg, breathe in. Exhale, push yourself back up again. 2 more, inhale, squatting into it. Exhale to press up. 1 more. Exhale, pressing. You're bringing your right knee to standing as you come upright. Bring your left hand to the heart center. The right hand is going to grab the foot behind you. Bring the knees together. Press the hips forward to activate the glutes a little bit so you maybe feel this stretch into the right quads. Then lift the left hand up. Take a full breath in. Press the foot into your hand so the toes start to reach up to the ceiling. Try to keep the breastbone facing forward, so this isn't a warrior three, this comes more into a back bend. And again, those of you that can take it deeper, maybe hold the inner arch of the foot, so the toes can then lift up. Slowly, without jolting the balance, a springy bend in that supporting leg, come back through warrior three. Reach the floating toes to the back of the mat and down into that high runner's lunge. Lift the arms. Little bend into the back knee, think sinking it down. Yes, I think that back thigh, I think knee trying to come forwards so it's directly under the hip. Pull in that lower belly. Work your way into that hip flexor. Keep the rest of the torso upright. Wow. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor, either pause in a downward dog or roll it through the vinyasa, any way you like. Good. 3 full breaths at down dog. Really wrap the shoulders so the neck is relaxed. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, bring the knees to the floor. Come into a child's pose. Hips to heels, knees wider than the torso. Arms either reaching out or resting under the head, wherever they want to be. And just using this to slow down the breath, slow down the heart rate, settle the energy of the body. Then you roll yourself through to a kneeling position. We're bringing the legs out in front of you, so wherever feels best to go. If you can, press into the hands and try and slide the legs underneath just to hop out. I'm going to show you that again. I use the fingertips. It depends on kind of your arm length as well. Lift the knees and sweep the feet under. Yeah, nice, good. Stretch the legs out. Coming into Dandasana to flex the feet. Hands to the sides of the hips. Just lifting tall through the spine. Curl the toes back towards you. Have a sense that your hands are pushing into the floor and trying to pull out to the sides, but because they're pressing down, they don't go anywhere. Again, depending on your arm length, if there is a bend in your elbows, like I have gangly arms, tuck the elbows in towards your waist, shoulders down. So everything in the body feels quite active. Really flex the feet so your heels are hovering. So the quads feel active, your back feels active, belly's pulling in on the exhales. Hugging those shoulders in. Maybe close the eyes. Active body, but soft mind. Keep everything as it is, but as you inhale, lift the hands towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lean the chest forwards and come into a fold. Your heels will obviously come to the floor. Again, if you're taking care of anything in your back, keep a bend into the knees. Let the body fold in any way, any variations that you like. If it's around the toes or the feet or the calves, everything settle. Take out any feeling of force from the shoulders or struggle or pulling. Feel the breath move into your back and see if you can again let go of the weight of your head. Use that to stretch around the upper back of the neck. Notice if the breath allows you to deepen into the intensity of it, or the exhales allow you to soften somewhere in the body. Very slowly, start to roll the spine back up straight again. Bend the right knee, so that heel comes nice and close in towards your bum. Keep the calf and the hamstring together. Actually, we'll take a twist first. So keep kicking out through the left heel. The left arm is going to reach forwards and then hug the knee into the fold of the elbow. The right hand behind you to keep you upright. So grow tall as you inhale. Exhale, slide the shoulders around, hug yourself into that knee. Keep the neckline soft. So maybe the chin is more in line with the center of the chest rather than pulling round. Those of you that want to go deeper, then the left arm can lift up and you hook the elbow to the outer thigh. Make sure you feel the breath move really fully into the back ribs though. So again with the twist, there's no sense of force, no restriction with the breath. Very slowly start to soften that back center and hook the right foot over the left thigh. Tuck the left heel in towards your bum, so come into more of that Gomakasana. So if this is uncomfortable for knees, try taking a cross-legged instead with your right leg in front for this one. Otherwise, we try and get the right knee to stack on top of the left one. So open the feet out to the side, so you're resting into that blade edge of the feet. Sit bones as level as you can into the floor, so remove the flesh from underneath them. And then fingertips to the ground or to the feet, wherever you want to happen. It might feel pretty intense enough in that piriformis side of the hips to just stay upright in this one. If there's room to deepen in, then think breastbone towards the top knee, so sternum coming forwards rather than the head. So this isn't a rounding, and keep the spine nice and long. Good. Soft through the shoulders. It's feeling pretty intense, deepen into the breath. Izzy, let the forearms come to the floor if you want to. Yeah, good. So if you have the breastbone resting into that top knee, then use the weight of your body to really just drop into it. And you don't have to get there on breath one. Sometimes it takes a few breaths to let your body kind of let you in a little bit to the pose. Last couple of breaths. And take your time, gently unravel your body. Bring yourself back up straight. Use the hands if you need to. Come back through to your Dandasana. So lengthen the legs out straight in front of you. Just give the legs or the feet a bit of a wiggle. And we'll just come to the twist on the other side. So bend your left heel in towards the butt. Your right arm is going to reach forwards and hug the knee into the fold of the elbow, left hand behind you. Take an inhale, grow tall through the spine. And as you exhale, spin the shoulders, spin the ribs. Keep the shoulders down and the neck soft. See if you can soften into it. Breathe deeper into it. Again, if it doesn't restrict your breath and you want to take that deeper, then lift the right arm up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, hook the elbow to the outer thigh. So you have a little bit more to press against. Just check you can still breathe fully. And some days that works, some days that doesn't. So go with how you feel, not how your last practice was. Take a last full round of breath. And slowly bring that center. So hook the left heel over the right thigh. You can stay here, or you can come into the cross leg with your left leg in front, or into that full Gomakasana. So tuck the other heel in. See if you can wriggle the feet apart like you're tying a knot with your legs. So pull them out to the side. Flex the feet lightly, and then just try and lift up as straight as you can through the spine. Just be mindful one side might feel different in the knees or the hips, so take variations where you need to. Hands out to the floor wherever they feel good to be, and try and keep that flat spine. So think sternum coming forwards and the sit bones tipping backwards. That might mean staying upright. Lean into it if and when the body, the breath lets you come in. That might be in a month's time, so take your time. Listen to your knees. If knees don't like it, change your variation. Last couple of breaths. Slowly rolling your way up. Untangle the legs. And then coming into your variation of a Shavasana. So if you want to come down onto your back, then please do. If you'd rather stay seated and take a seated meditation to close, then stay where you are, wherever you want to be. Just take your resting, your final position, anything you need to do to get comfortable into that. You guys all know your practice, you know your bodies. Just work with whatever feels intuitive. When you find stillness, just give yourself a couple of deeper breaths. Again, just enabling that moment of time just to settle the heart rate, settle the breath, settle the energy. Let's find where you can feel maybe a little bit heavier into the floor. See where you can grow a little bit taller or lighter or longer. Take up more space. And allow your breath to then take up more space in your body. The breath won't move into tension, so see where you can soften. Again, allow the breath to come in. Soften your jaw, soften your forehead. See if you can then feel the breath travel around that space. That softening of tension also applies to your mind. The mind is catching on to thoughts. Just try to soften it. Allow the breath just to wash through some space of the brain. Just giving yourself these precious few moments of just being, nothing to do. If you have time this evening and you're willing to stay in your Shavasana a little while longer, then please indulge yourself in that. If you're ready to close your practice and you're lying down, then again, you know your practice now, so just start to build in that gentle movements. Work your way to seated as and when feels right to you. Just reclosing the eyes once you're upright. So just again, refine that kind of stillness through the body, the space. And I just invite you then to close your practice, bringing to mind just one thing that you can feel grateful for today. Bring to mind one thing that you like about yourself today. And recognize how getting to your yoga mat has served you in some way today. And closing that gratitude, self-compassion and achievements into your heart center as the palms close. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your head to your hands. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Nice to see you all. And welcome, Tim. Thank you for joining us. Alrighty. Have a good evening.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. See you.
Thanks, Pippa.
Thanks, Shell. See you soon.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.